Welcome to the annual District Band Concert. This year's host school is the Altoona Area High School. Well, there's a large audience here at the auditorium today, awaiting guest director Mr. Joseph Lipinski. This District 6 concert is sponsored by the Pennsylvania Music Educators Association, Victoria Smith, President.
The piece we just played, of course, was another concert overture. Another concert overture with a little bit of a modern beat. Probably, I think, the most appealing of the pieces from the performer standpoint. It's exciting music. What creates that is syncopation. We love syncopation as musicians, don't we? It's always fun to do. And whenever we have something that has that rhythmic energy, has life, has youth in it, it's just fun to play. It's not a deep tune, has no great, fantastic meaning, but I would point out to you that in the program, exaltation is spelled with an A rather than a U. So if we go home and look it up in the dictionary, we may be confused by the title. It's just exaltation, that's it. The next piece we're going to play is called American Folk Rhapsody. And what Clark Gunman has done in this is he has taken 4 of our American folk tunes that are very dear to all of us as Americans. My Little Mohi, Shantyman's Life, Sourwood Mountain, Sweet Betsy from Pike. And he's placed these into the contemporary setting of our concert band. Beautifully set, some nice transitions, and I hope that you enjoy some of the beautiful solo work these young people are doing in this piece. So here you are with American Folk Rhapsody, Clark Gunman. piece on our program is called Selection from Cats, or includes, obviously, then the most famous Broadway smash hits from that musical. We're fortunate that we can play a piece of this nature. It requires a different style of playing for these young people. Requires the talents of one of our drum section people on trap set, and some beautiful solo playing. I hope you enjoy our Selections from Cats. Of course, no concert is really complete without having more than one march on it, and I can't think of a more appropriate march than National Anthem. National Anthem has become almost as popular as our National Anthem by Bagley. National Anthem for you.
David C. Priester was host director of the District Band Festival and director of bands at Altoona Area High School. Dave extends his thanks to the many citizens who helped to make this year's district band a huge success, especially to those more than 85 households that opened their doors to house the visiting band members from out of town. Also, thanks goes out to town merchants for their donations of food, goods, and services. Mr. Priester was proud to announce that 11 of his band members qualified to move on to the regional band concert to be held in Columbus, PA. Congratulations to those high achievers. Be sure to watch the papers for upcoming Altoona High School band activities, which include a winter concert, a band competition, a stage band competition, and a concert grand finale. Remember to support the Altoona Area High School Band and all their activities.